Yo, what's up guys, it's Snappiece, and today I'm going to be showing you currently the best heroes for the meta from each category. So yeah, let's just hop straight into it. So as you guys may know, Roadhog received some buffs. He now has 5 bullets, but he shoots slower for both his primary and secondary fire. So let me show you guys. Hold up, I'll just reduce my volume. Okay, look at this. So you notice how it's a bit sluggish, right? And that's because Blizzard reduces fire rate. So now he shoots slower, but like both his left click and right click, I believe they shoot the same speed now, or like roughly the same speed. But essentially, look at this. If I walk into a Genji, my bad, I headshot him. But if I walk into a target and don't body shot, right? Look how much damage that does. Now, if someone hooks said target, right? Then it one shots. And that's saying like if you don't hit any headshots on that target, right? And you don't melee. So imagine if you just like headshot melee. You can, I believe, you can definitely hold on. Like look, like you can wait, I want to see if you can take that body tap. Sorry. You can. So if you hit Zarya with your hook or any 400 HP target without armor, let me add. So you hook, walk in, and double shot melee, right? And that's no headshots. Imagine if you get headshots. If you get headshots, you just walk into the Zarya, boom, boom, like easy, right? And it's a little slower. I'm still getting used to the new fire rate as we speak, but I mean, yeah, Hog is definitely the best tank right now by far because you could just take off angles, pick off a support, right? And keep in mind, you can still like right click, then a hook, and then primary fire. It'll just be a little bit slower, but now you can actually like do that against tanks. And since barriers are so weak, playing Hog against any comp with barriers to try to like LOS, or sorry, not LOS, trying to block off his shields, right? Like let's say there's a Sigma, right? And
there is no obligation for the universe to make sense.
How do I explain this? Okay, so let's say you're Sigma, right? And this is like your Ana, and there's a Hog flanking here. Like you can't like really do this because a Hog can just pop your barrier so fast, or just like walk past it, right? And since you're not gonna run Risa Sig because a Risa Sig isn't really good anymore, because you know you can't get value off pull with the Risa, you know, but both Arisa and Sigma shields are paper. Like you just run like Hog with, and you can sometimes run Hog with a Sigma, because the Sigma can still block hooks, but it's far harder. So I'd say you can unironically run Hog Zarya right now and do decently, but you you just have to be careful as far as like for example, like if an enemy team's running double sniper, maybe you can run yeah, I mean, I don't know. People are just kind of figuring things out, but essentially it's like Hog with whatever other tank works best in that situation. But I think personally, like Hog Zarya is good. If people aren't on double sniper, you just bubble the Hog and you can engage. Hog Ryan is decent. But I'll give you guys some do nots. Okay, so do not run Hog Diva. Do not run a Risa Hog. Do not run. Actually, no, that's about it. But do not run Winston Hog in most situations. But Hog and Ball is actually decent because they're both 600 HP tanks, right? And then you're on Hog and you can just like hook his Paul drives, because unlike a Risa pull, the Ball can actually do it reliably and get damage off. So you just get so much damage from both the Hog and the Ball combined, and you can't kill them. But given you don't have a shield, so snipers can still be good against that. So play accordingly. But yes, I kind of rambled on a bit, but Hog is by far the strongest tank right now. If you're good at Roadhog and you play tank, and it's the correct situation, you're not getting countered, play Hog. Play Hog. Like, he's so good. Okay. For DPS, I think DPS, like, there isn't right now. It's like your any DPS that can kind of counter Roadhog is decent, but the problem is that currently the DPS that used to counter Roadhog like have trouble. So for example, like people might think, oh, you can go Reaper into Roadhog, you know, you just like shotgun him, he's like a big target. But actually, that's not true, because with Hog's new buff, you one-shot Reaper so easily. Let me show you guys. I think.
I'm a one-man apocalypse.
Look at this, right? So you run a Reaper, and see, he's already 1 HP if I body shot melee, right? So. And that's without hitting any headshots. So imagine how easy it would be just to do this, and then you get the Reaper. Given this is a bot, but like still, it's like Reaper is such a big hitbox, and that's not including a right-click power to it, right? And then you can just kill him for free, and like he can rarely wraith out of the hook if you pull it off. So, yeah. So Reaper isn't very effective. Pharah isn't very effective, even though Hog, you know, you can like outrange his hooks possibly. Like Far isn't the best. McCree is quite a good pick actually, because you can stun his E and play with him from distances, right? And you can I guess you can like negate flanks with your team, and you know, negating his E is a big part of why McCree's good. And you could just like you can like contest the Hog from range, which is very valuable currently. So yeah, but anyways.
Hello.
So Kree is good. Basically, like most long-range hit scans, I wouldn't recommend playing Soldier. Soldier's currently the worst hit scan. He has consistent damage, he has a heal, but he just gets outshined because a lot of hit scans either have a one-shot or, like there's other characters who have like consistent damage isn't really like valuable at the moment. It's more like burst damage, right? Because like one-shots are so important. So, Widow's good. You know, Tracer kind of has consistent damage, a little bit less than Soldier because she does like a burst from like close up, but Tracer is good. When played correctly, I think, but you need to be really careful when playing Tracer. So I don't know, Tracer is kind of iffy, but it far better Tracer over Soldier. McCree's solid. You know, again, Widow solid. If you can play Widow, click heads, that's good. I'm just naming all DPS, not just hit scans at this point. Hanzo has actually gotten better because Sombra's good because she can hack Roadhogs, right? And like Sombra dives are being played more with like Ball in the Overwatch League. So I think, and even when I'm not exactly sure if the Hog changes are live in the Overwatch League, but still, like Sombra's good just for that hack, right? And you know, and some of these DPS are good because they can actually counter each other. So McCree can counter Sombra, right? Hanzo can also counter Sombra. Sombra counters Ball, right? Doom, do not play Doomfist. Even if you're really good with him, you know, if you play him and you do well, that's good. But generally, there's always a better character than Doom to play, which I'm sad to say because I do play Doom a fair bit. But yeah, May can actually be decent to wall off Roadhog, but she's not. I don't think she's any much better. You know, her wall just kind of gets destroyed. So Ashe is okay. I'm gonna speed up. Ashe is solid. Junk isn't as good because barriers aren't strong, and Junk's main strength was taking out barriers, and now since barriers are like paper already, there's no point in playing like a shield break character as much. So and even on like choke, except if you're on choke heavy maps, then he can be good. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, other than that, unless you're not doing well on a character, Ashe is good. Ashe is solid, right? Like her dynamite provides like can force so much resources off the enemy team, right? And she could just like two-tap people left and right, and her gun is very versatile because she can like spam, right? It's not like some like spray like SMG like what Widow has, but it's actually accurate, and her like scope fire, right? Like let me show you. Like it isn't really an SMG. It's kind of like a mech, right? But like if you do like your scoping, you can just like left click and then scope so fast, right, that you can basically get a one shot. It's not as easy as Widow, but yeah. Widow's solid, McCree solid, Hanzo situational again. Sombra can be good, but Sombra requires team coordination. Oh, and Torb. I forgot about Torb. Torb is very good to LOS or to deny the balls to deny a ball space because it just like sprays at the ball, right? And a Hog can't really counter the turrets because he has to like overextend to counter them, so it can kind of block him off too. Torb is a pretty solid counter to Roadhog, so yeah. But anyways, that is about it. And Genji's decent if you can play him right, but it's very difficult to play Genji. Or actually, no, I shouldn't say that. It's hard because it's always been relatively difficult, but you know, it's better than when he was in Goats. So I mean, if you're a good Genji and you feel like Nanoblade will be effective, and obviously you need Nano on your team for Nanoblade, then yeah, go for it. Anyways, last category, support. Brig is very bad right now, and I'm so happy to say that because you know, Brig countered all my mains. But seriously though, like regardless of who you main, like you couldn't deny that Brig is overpowered. Like if you played the game enough, you knew why Brig was overpowered. She got too much value for the skill she was worth. Yo, she could like shield with snipers, right? Like knock snipers off high ground, right? She was basically an off tank while having a ton of healing, and you couldn't one shot her with like Hanzo. You couldn't like kill her super easily. So yeah, and since her Inspire's not as good anymore too, and her Inspire was like really broken, packs were broken, he's a good like overheal, right? Now she's not good anymore, so that's good. Bap is Bap is really solid because of his immortality, you know, AoE heal as far as like his hold on, let me show you. As far as his regen burst goes, right? Or I guess it's like AoE heal. I call it. So you can just like hit people, right? And then you just get like a ton of heal with it. So if you need to reload, you always have your AoE heal, you always have your immortality. And you have a high amount of damage to actually like pop off. And on top of that, you can enable your team to do a lot of damage with your window. So Bap overall, really solid character. I don't think he's like as oppressive as he was previously, which is good, but he's still I'd say like a little overtuned, right? And especially with immortality, like maybe making people immortal, that's just something like crazy. So yeah, but anyways, as you can see, I'm on Ana now, and yeah, Ana is solid, right? Like any burst healer is good at the moment, I'd say, except one and like two, which I'm gonna get into. But Ana's really good again because she has burst healing, right? And negates burst healing from the enemy team, on top of healing your own team. Like if you hit both of them at once. Sleep is a very effective like CC. Let me show you. Because if I hit the bot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, well, I counted a bit late, but basically like 5 seconds of them being asleep, right? And then your team basically has a free pick, and their team is down. So Ana can defend herself with that. Nano's a very good ultimate that charges fast, you know, enables your team to both like stay alive and push in. And with like 14 bullets, you can just heal like so much. Like she's such a good character, but I don't think she's too overpowered because of the sheer amount of skill and mechanics that she requires. So yeah, but anyways, don't play Brig, right? Lucio's not the best, right? Like beats decent, but he just doesn't have enough heals to keep up with people. And teams don't really benefit off speed, considering like if you're on like snipers anyway, or if you're on like Roadhog, like sure you can like speed into the enemy team, but but it's not gonna like help very much. So Mercy's good, but she doesn't have like a ton, like very good utility compared to other characters. I mean, like Rez is good. Like damage boost is cool. I mean, you can heal people, but you heal less than other targets, and you already than other supports, and you already get a damage buff with Ana. So Ana isn't the worst support, or Mercy isn't the worst support, right? I'd honestly say that she's better than Lucio and Brig, just because you can pocket Ashe and enable her to pop off. But other than that, like probably don't try to force Mercy. Moira is good as far as brawl comps go. I mean, brawl comps aren't as good because Ryan Zarya isn't as strong because Hog's so potent, but Ryan Zarya can actually work if your team is coordinated. It's significantly better than Orisa Sigma. So, I mean, if your team only plays Ryan and Zarya, then and you want to play a brawl comp, then maybe you can run a Lucio with your Moira, so that way you can speed in. But your team has to be coordinated for it to work. So keep that in mind. And Zen is actually decent now. If you're on a Baptiste, right? Like the Baptiste can immor the Zen. You know, if you have a McCree too to peel for your Zen, that's incredible, right? Because like then people can like dive the Zen like a Sombra trying to kill him or a Tracer or whatnot. So, and Discord, right? Since it's strong, since it's super strong, right? And his primary fire got buffed because a while ago his Discord got nerfed, but his primary fire got buffed. But now his right click got buffed, so you like charge it up faster. His primary fire soul is buffed, and his Discord's buffed. So now he does like a ton of damage. And if you're like healed, and if your team is healing you, then you can definitely then you can definitely get a lot of value. But you need to make sure that your team is healed. Do not run Brig Zen. Our teams have ran Brig Zen in the past. It's just too little heals to compete with things like or to compete with other players, because Brig used to have like really good Inspire heals, but now it's not the best. So it is what it is. But yeah, all right guys, I really hope you all enjoyed my I guess guide of the current meta characters. This will be a series on my channel, unless you guys don't want it to be. But please let me know what you guys think in the description, right, or in the comments, because it really helps me to improve my videos. So yeah, but guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. It enables me to continue to both improve and create content, right? So yeah, but I'll see you guys soon. Take care, stay safe, wear your masks, wash your hands, you know the deal. But yo, thank you guys for watching. Peace out. I love you all. Take care.